Alright, this is the third one for tonight. Definitely going to be my last one for tonight, probably ever. It's 2:30 in the morning. Not that I'd be asleep anyway. I guess I want to talk about my experiences in the hospital after I shot myself. So, as the story goes, I shot myself, woke up in the hospital, and waking up in that room, it was so strange. It was such an odd room. It wasn't like a regular room. It was this room that looked round. I remember this gold light, too. It was strange. Like I was in another world. It would be, I couldn't help but to associate it with that TV show Lost. Waking up somewhere weird. That's what it felt like. And I guess they had done the surgery, and they had also attached an ileostomy bag to me, since I lost my spleen, and I'd had some damage to some guts, and I guess my bowels needed to rest, so I had one of those disgusting shit bags attached, which are horrible, horrible things. I feel so much sympathy for anyone that has to have one. Basically, you carry your shit around with you in a bag that could bust at any moment, that makes sounds, you can't control when it comes out. It's awful. But I don't ever remember being in much pain, but they gave you pain meds, so what the hell. And I was in the hospital for about a month, a little longer. I think they started feeding me too early or something, and it all came out badly. And I mean came out badly. So they changed some things up, kept me in longer. Just like the little things I remember. They had a tube down my esophagus, I guess, to drain fluid. So I couldn't drink anything. And that was terrible because I'm always a dehydrated person. And if I did drink anything, they could tell because it would go up, it would come out the tube or whatever and go into this little bucket they could look in. So they could tell if I was drinking something. So what I would do is I'd get one of those blue Powerades, drink the hell out of it. Wait a little bit, get up, get out of bed, drag myself over to the machine and empty it out. So there'd be nothing in there. The next morning they'd come in there and they'd, it looks pretty good. Yeah, keep it up. I'm like, I sure will. But that was just terrible, just not having anything to eat or drink. I mean, I was hooked up on all kinds of fluids and crap, but it's not the same. I mean, your lips still get dry and your mouth still gets dry and you get headaches and you just suffer. It's terrible. Sometimes they'd give you ice chips. They had to ask the doctor. And I remember getting tubes forced down my nose sometimes, and that was terrible. Like the woman doing it wasn't very gentle. Like she was just like, and it hurt. And now, in fact, my nose is kind of still messed up a little bit where that tube was. The inside of my nose is it scabs up easily. Or they'd come and look, and I have a scar going from here down, and they use staples. And what they would do is at a certain time, they'd pull the staples out. And I guess this is what they do. I don't know. They'd pull the staples out and then stick their hand down into your incision, I guess, to see how much had healed from the inside. Because that's what they wanted to happen. They wanted it to heal from the inside. So imagine being woken up at night, 2 or 3 doctors hovering over you, not really talking to you, just talking amongst themselves, pulling apart your gown, and then starting to pull or cut the staples off, and then seeing his hand go into your abdomen up to his knuckles. I don't know, like he's trying to get a handle of something and then pulling it out. And I think it hurt. I think I remember it hurting. More just surprise. and being shaken that somebody's sticking their hand in my exposed abdomen. And I had to have a catheter a few times, and of course I had to have that bag changed, that stupid ileostomy bag. Oh, that was the worst thing. It's terrible. And at that time in my life, I hadn't spoken to my dad in years. Just the way it was. He actually came and visited me almost every day. No nothing serious. He would just sit, we'd watch something. He'd come on his break, and that was nice. I liked it. But over again, I wish I would have said some more things to him. I wish I would have explained things to him better, because I don't know how he felt. And he never asked me any questions. I guess I understand that, because maybe he didn't know what to ask. Maybe he didn't think I wanted to talk about it. Both of us, I guess, were guilty of the same thing. But I should have. I mean, especially with all the meds in me, I don't know why I didn't talk my head off. But I really wish that I would have asked him something like, "Dad, don't you want to know why? Or don't you want to know how this happened?" Or anything like that, just to get a conversation, because I mean, it brought us back together. But not long after that, I'll get into that later. But hospital, I saw a few relatives I hadn't seen in a while, and I was just, I probably looked like I didn't want to see anybody. Maybe I didn't, but just being in there, I had failed suicide. It was embarrassing. It was shameful. I failed to do something. And I'm sure people were thinking all kinds of things. Oh, he's crazy. He's dangerous. Or he's faking it. He's trying. I don't know why anyone would fake. What kind of end game there is. It's worth faking. That's worth shooting yourself. So I was at the end of my rope when I did it. I didn't have any end game. Or that was the end game. But, friends, I had friends stop by a few times, I guess. My mother came a lot. And I was working at the time, because like I said, when I shot myself, I had just gotten off work, so I still had a job. And I lied to them. I didn't want to tell them I shot myself. I told them I was in a wreck. I would have done that differently. I would have told them, that I don't want to lie to them. I would have told them, I don't want to lie to you, but just something happened, and I'm still dealing with it. I'm just not really ready to share right now. And just give me time, and I owe you an explanation, and I'll be glad to tell you when I'm ready. But I'm just not ready right now. I'm still, I still feel like I'm living it. But I told him it was a wreck. The thing with that is, I don't know, it's hard to come up with lies. A lie like that's kind of hard to come up with and to maintain. So it was nice for them to come. And I didn't really, I don't know, I find the more I'm in a hospital, the more I kind of like it, because I guess living here, especially, with my mom always threatening to evict me, hospitals evict you too, but at least, hey, right here now, I'm safe. I have a bed. I'll be here tomorrow. It's weird, but sometimes I like hospitals. I mean, they bring you food. There's a TV there. If you need something to help you sleep, or if you've got a headache, it's like service. You get taken care of mostly. There's sometimes, though, when they're busy or there's a terrible staff working, you won't get anything. But that's just the business. Most of the time, it works pretty well for you, I think. I don't know if I was ready. I guess I was ready to get out. I don't know, I'm still dealing with all this. The thing is, though, I wasn't leaving without something. I still had to have this ileostomy bag on me. Oh, God. I mean, I didn't I didn't mind changing it and all that crap. I did that fine. I mean, I took care of my own, cleaned my own wounds and bandaged myself and, took care of my ileostomy bag on my own. I did all that by myself because I wanted to. But the ileostomy bag is just, oh, it's awful. It's so awful. And you just have to worry, what if you're in public and it busts? The thing can fill up. It can leak. It makes noises too. It makes noises. It's not like you can control it. It's not like you can wait till you get outside. No, you have no control at all. You can empty it out and reuse it up to a certain point, but sometimes, I guess, I don't remember how often, once every few days you had to change it. So, of course, I'd lost my apartment and my job, so my brother was very nice, and his wife, and they moved my stuff into one of their rooms. And that was good, because I felt decent again. And I think they understood what I was going through. And but there were problems that would arise. I mean, that I still felt like I was in a hospital because I had this ileostomy bag. It was a huge source of concern and anxiety for me. I don't think they understood that, but they wanted me to walk more, to get out more, to do more activities. And I understood that, and I tried that as carefully as I could, but it was extremely hard for me. Extremely hard for me. I mean, I'd go see a movie with Jason, or I'd go visit my ex, but it was, you're walking around with a medical procedure on you that can completely humiliate you. So they, I think, thought I should have been, that I had to go back to the doctor like once a month for them to check, to see when it would come off. Luckily, it's not permanent. It wasn't permanent. It would be coming off. But, months went by and it wasn't coming off, and I almost think my brother and sister blamed me. Even I don't know why they would. I wanted it off. They were getting frustrated because it wasn't coming off, almost like they were blaming me for it. At least that's how I took it. And like they should try to wear it and see. Yeah, I bet they would love wearing it. They wouldn't want it to come off. So, I wasn't getting better fast enough, is what it was. And even though I was trying to go out, I'd even talked to my old employer about maybe getting my job back. I just didn't know when. And I don't know how long I was with them. I wasn't with them that long. I mean, it wasn't even, I don't think it was half a year even. But that's how long that ileostomy bag stayed on me. I couldn't do too much either. I mean, I tried to help around the house, whatever else I could do, but I wasn't able to do much. And I was on a lot of meds too, on top of that. And on top of all that, it was still that shame and guilt, and embarrassment of what I did never waned. It was always there. And then the shame of everyone knowing about it, people finding out. And there came a point when I guess my brother and sister just didn't want me there anymore. They just didn't want me there because I wasn't getting better. They go to church a lot. They're big in the church. And apparently what sealed the deal is they took a poll at their church. People that I didn't know, I had never met. They didn't know me except for what my brother and sister said. And there was a poll conducted that I wasn't going to get better on my own, that they needed to wipe their hands of me and kick me out, essentially. Again, I still had this ileostomy bag on me. It was pretty close for it to be taken down, and in fact, it had been taken down about a week after they kicked me out. I had to go stay with my ex for that week. she let me stay there for a week. And then I had to go back into the hospital for the procedure for it to be taken down. And I didn't know where I was going to go after that. And then my mom has a sister out in, I forgot where, across the county, a good ways across the county. So I had to go stay there. So I didn't have a car, no TV, I had nothing. And I would just have to lie on that bed or watch TV. And I had never felt so alone and helpless and forsaken because I couldn't go anywhere, I couldn't do anything. And I wasn't, just languishing there, nothing to do, nothing to occupy your mind. Yeah, I don't know what could have been done differently. They did what they could, but I started getting mad. I was getting angrier and angrier at the whole situation. I was like, I just can't get out of this, and I don't know how, and I was frustrated. And my mom's sister wanted me to talk to her more about things, and I wasn't ready for that. I barely knew the woman. And I told my mom that. I was like, I'm not ready to talk about this right now. No one was going to force me. I have a hard time talking to therapists about it. Certainly a family member would be a lot more difficult. And Mom agreed with me, but then as soon as my mom got back with her sister, it's like they teamed up on me. So they didn't like my attitude. I need to do something else. I need to go somewhere else now. So it's like they kicked me out too. And I had to go stay with my ex again. I was burdened to them. And after that, I stayed for a little bit. I stayed with them and looked for a job and stuff and helped around. And I got a job, lost it, got another job, lost it. Just kept going through jobs. I don't think I was ready mentally. And I certainly wasn't ready physically. I had to learn to walk again. I was off my feet for so long. Yeah. And that, another story there, but eventually that's when I moved in, got a job at Amazon, moved in with my friend's acquaintance. And then, of course, that was bad. I think I've mentioned how that ended up. So, sometimes it's just too much to bear. And this talking helps a little bit, but the fact of the matter is, I don't know how to change my situation. I don't have a car. I don't have friends that could take me places. I thought about maybe trying to walk to the grocery store and get a job there, but I don't know. It's like my home life here is in such disorder, especially when my mom gets on her medications, becomes abusive and dangerous. Sleeping here is such a rare commodity because of the way she acts, the way she wakes me up in the morning, yelling or screaming about something, or something she's going to do. She's going to start another fire, or she's going to lose something else. What happens? She forgets how to use her cell phone, so it's 8 a.m. She needs to use her cell phone. She bangs on the door and wakes me up. I have trouble sleeping. I don't get to sleep till like 4 or 5 sometimes. And I'm lucky when I do that. And I can sleep. But when I have her waking me up, it is hard for me to go back to sleep because I'm already pissed. And I've told her. I've tried to tell her. I've tried to be nice about it. I've tried to be mean about it. I've tried in between. I've tried to be forceful. Try to be gentle. So many different ways, every different way. It does not matter. It does not matter to her. She does not care. And it's her fault for losing her cell phone or forgetting how to use her cell phone because she took too many Xanaxes. Oh God, this is a whole other story in itself. And that's kind of why today's been a rough day, this past couple of days. She went through 90 pills in 4 days. 90 Xanax pills in 4 days. And we got her Ambien pill today. I took it because we had agreed last month that she wasn't getting Xanax anymore. Sure enough, it happened again. And And so I took her Ambien again and told her I'd give her one a day. It didn't work last month, and it's not working this month either. This morning, when I came back, she had already had 2.5. But she keeps saying, one more, and that's the last one. One more, and that's the last one. It's not working. And it's my fault I'm still here. I mean, I need to be the one finding my way out of here. I just don't know how. I don't know how. I don't have anyone I can move in with. I don't have friends anymore. I don't have a car that works. I don't have any money. Nothing to sell. I can't get disability. I mean, there's nothing. I can't think of anything I can do. And things are going to end badly. I know it. Things just get worse and worse. I mean, I am willing to accept charity. I am so desperate. I thought about crime. Yeah, crime. Like, learned how to pick locks. Never did it, of course. I don't think I would do it. But when you're in the darkest of darks, when you're alone and thoughts are going through your mind, you don't filter out anything. You do not censor your thoughts. You can't. Because whatever possibility exists is a possibility that exists. It's a way out. I don't want to be a criminal. So I hated it when my roommate made off with all my crap. That was essentially theft. Nothing I could do about it because I stayed gone too long. Same thing. She could have gotten in touch with me and let me know. I mean, she flipped out and tried to sick her drug buddies on me. Well, that's where I'm at now. And things could always be worse. I will never ever say otherwise. I mean, just for example, there's no, I've said this before, but there's no hot water here. Hot showers are non-existent. You have to take cold showers. And cold showers are painful. They hurt. They give me headaches. I come out of the shower shaking, red. I thought I'd come out blue or something, like in the cartoons. No, you're red. I guess that's your blood trying to fight it or something. Your circulation, I don't know. But it's terrible. And you don't feel clean anyway either. Plus, you don't stay in the shower long enough because you're afraid you're going to freeze to death, die of hypothermia there. There's hardly any lights that work. The fridge is 95% filled with old food. She doesn't clean out the fridge. There's hardly any room for anything. She leaves the air on all the time. It's 78 degrees outside. She has the heat on. And she leaves it on. I have to go and tell her that it's warm outside. Yet, when the power bill comes, because it's huge, I'm the one that gets the blame. That's what happened when I had to go to the hospital. That's one of the reasons. She blamed me for her huge power bill, even though for those past few months I've been telling her to watch the heat. He said, oh, it's not the heat, it's my computer. It's my stuff that's causing it. My lamp and my laptop are the ones causing power spikes. Yeah, I've already gone through all this, I'm sure. I hate it here. I hate it. I hate it. I don't know what else to do. I mean, I've got a tent. I got a bike. But I'm not going to continue surviving just to survive. It's not worth it. Life is more than that. Or life is less than that. I'm not going to live to live. I'm not going to eat so I can stay alive. That's caveman shit. That's primordial shit. That's primitive. I wish I knew what to do. I wanted disability so that I could get access to good doctors that could help me get back on track. Oh, I'm not one of these people that wants to stay on disability. I need help, though. I just don't have enough proof. I guess suicide attempts and diagnoses of depression, multiple mental health illnesses, I guess that's not enough. Because I can still stand somewhere and hold something while not getting any better. Working some minimum wage job that won't give me the insurance that I need or the money I need to get psychology, psychiatry. So it's no win. I'm in a no-win scenario. And I've been in no-win scenarios before, and I've gotten out of them before. I used to think I could be a pretty resourceful person, and I think the fact that I'm still alive and sort of backs that up. But there's only so much. There's only so much. There's only so much resources. There's only so much you can pull out of your ass. There's going to come a time when chips are down, and you're out, and it's cold, and everything's closed up, and no one's around. So everything ends. I'm gonna die one day. I don't want to die on the side of the fucking street like an animal. I won't. I won't end up in the woods, found in the woods, starved to death, frozen to death. That's like the reality I see. Nothing good. All I see is a dark reality. It's darker every day. The thing is, with my friend gone, he was a source of hope for me. I don't like to compare situations, but Jason had a great family that supported him. He didn't have a mother who abused her medications and shouted cruel things that no mother should ever tell her son, no matter what their age is. Jason didn't have a dad who wouldn't have anything to do with him, or a brother who wouldn't turn his back on him. Jason always had a place, and they did everything for him. They cleaned his bandages for him when he got out of surgery, and they're still together today. His brother got married, but they still come around. I mean, I'm saying, I guess maybe I am saying it. I've got it pretty bad. And Jason even said I had it worse than he did. And if Jason couldn't survive that, how can I survive this? Why would I want to survive this? I haven't found an answer, except for to see what bad thing happens next, so that I can laugh, because sometimes it's just so fucking hilarious. It's like, I wish I'd written a book of all the bad luck. I could have made a bestseller, all the bad luck that I've had. Yes, luck. I don't believe in luck, but there's another word for it. Luck. When so many things go wrong one day, that's bad luck. I don't know if it exists. If there's some fate that twines things together and you just happen to get a bad twine that day and everything you put together unwinds because of that defective twine that fate gave you. I don't know. But lately, I have not seen any good twine. Nothing but bad. So, it's 3 now, I guess. Yeah. Take my sleeping medication. Try to purge my mind and my thoughts of the next day's worries. Because I have a doctor's appointment coming up soon. I don't have the money for it. And I'm out of my refills. So I have to go to the doctor somehow, or maybe call them. I've already called them before and had to delay, so maybe I can do that. Just things feel like they're getting worse. And before Jason died, I had this terrible feeling that something awful was going to happen. Just something awful. I didn't think about him dying. I don't even know if that's it. Just something awful here would happen. like an explosion. I don't mean a literal explosion, just the sum of all the bad things adding up to their final total, the final sum. That probably didn't make any sense. Everything adding up, being resolved, being summed up. Anyway, hope your night's better. Hope your life's better. Thanks for listening.